Hey guys, my name is Rennie Maru. Oh my god, that's so cringe. Hi guys, I'm Rennie Maru, and today I'll be showing you guys a new mod that has just came out a few days ago. Probably like not even a few days ago, but it went under the radar for me for quite a while until I found it. And this mod is called Aeronautics Interstellar. Now, it does pique my interest because obviously I make spaceships. So that, I mean, it's the first thing that I'm going to be intrigued about. That's irrelevant. The whole point is this mod adds a whole bunch of new weapons to sci-fi integrations and also an entirely new flight control system. And I'll get to that in a little bit, but I will not waste any time. There we go. And I was trying to get into it just a little bit, and I'll get to show you guys a lot of these features that I have put onto this ship and some others. So first things first, we have the control seat, which is exactly the same as a control seat from Space War, but I mean, pick your preference. I think they both look good. It doesn't even matter with the looks, but it does function up to the exact same as the control seat from Space War, and it does have a linker block just like that. It's called literally just called a linker, not a P2P connector. There's one in there, and yes, it works picture perfect, exactly how you think it would work. So I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but I want you to think of the thrusters as a creative computer from Space War if you are coming from that mod, as they act just exactly the same, but they're also just thrusters. So I want that to be kept in mind. And also we move on to the fuel tank and the battery. Now these two can grow bigger, about the biggest size, I think. Let me just pull it up anyways. It's about that size. And keep in mind, it is one block. It is not a multi-block, but it's one block with, I guess, a texture, so you can walk through it and place blocks inside of it as well if you want to hide it or do whatever. I think that's like a really cool feature. I love it. I think that's really great. And with that out of the way, we kind of basically already get to understanding, how to use this mod. So I guess we'll look over here just a little bit. We have a whole lot of weapons, and most of them are hooked up to this ship, and I'll show you guys just how to do that. But first we got the plasma cannon. I think this is a particle cannon. Yeah, it's a particle turret. It's a very simple cannon, and I have at least 4 of them on this ship. And this is the big giga cannon. Actually, I think I'm gonna save this one for last. These 3 I'm gonna save for last because I don't have these set up yet, and I will kind of just set them up in the video. So we'll just go ahead and go right to the ship. So this is the ship that I have set up right now. It is not finished, so don't expect any schematics or videos on it yet. But as of right now, it's just using as a test dummy for all the weapons and all the interfaces. And the first thing I want to do is get a look at this small turret right here. This is a small laser turret, and it will attack anything that you set it to. Actually, hostile mobs, passive mobs, players, and even ships, and what's it called again? Create big cannon projectiles. There we go. So they'll intercept those as well if you do end up fighting whatever. And you can change the yaw, the pitch, all of it in here. So I want to probably make this whole 90 degrees. So it's facing the direction of my ship. It is actually facing the opposite direction, but that's just how you change the yaw. 90, negative 90, just change it the other way. See, just like that. And we can actually do, I think we can do 90 for the pitch as well. Yep. So it's facing directly forward, which is awesome. I think I'm gonna definitely have fun with these laser turrets on my starboard. So, but that's basically just this basics of that turret. And if we change this to probably just hard, see these lasers beginning to work, as yes, they literally automatically target anything that you set it to, as I said. I think it is cool that sometimes they also do take their own target, not all the time, but I mean, hey, for what it's worth, it is pretty cool. This is just a bigger laser turret. This is the medium laser turret, and it has the exact same functions as the smaller one. You go in here, change it, hostile, whatever, and yeah, it just works like that. So now you see these big particle cannons on here, and you're like, oh my god, how do we use these? Or what are they used for? And they do have the same-ish interface. If I can get into it, I kind of have to get underneath to open it. You'll notice there's a few new things. There's ammo, and then there's oh wait, that's not even on here. Okay, well, you just see ammo, right? Now the particle cannons only take particle containers as ammo or an ammunition to fire. They do not need to be set or linked directly to a... I'll show you guys that in a second. I'm brain farting right now. I have the seat right here, and if I right click the seat, oops, if I crouch right click the seat, you'll notice a whole bunch of stuff has just been like just popped up, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? So right now, what are we looking at? We actually have, I gotta turn shaders on. Okay, there we go. We actually have an interface for everything. So you'll notice one is in green, two are in blue. I did kind of have to change that so I could avoid something. The green, obviously an ally, and there will be a red icon that I'll show you in a second. That is obviously an enemy or a foe. Now the thrusters do work. I can move forward if I wanted to. I do have this ship on static because it does tend to lift up a little bit, but I will show you guys that in the Redeemer over there. So I want to use the particle turrets. How do I use the particle turrets? Or any of the cannons, so on and so forth. So first thing, I do have this ammo box, which you can link with the linker right here, and it would automatically put ammo into anything you have. So I don't have any electro... Oh wait, I do. I have particle containers right here. So I'm going to just slap this all in here, and as you see, it just disappears. They're actually going into the turrets right now. So to get these to automatically fire, you do need an IFF. I don't know what that stands for. Friend, foe, something. I don't know. You want an IFF, and you want to crouch, right click, and then change the name to anything. I want the enemy to be Rennie and the ally to be Amelia. And as you see right here, it says, well, obviously enemy Rennie and the ally is Amelia. And anything in the name Amelia at the start of the ship or whatever contraption, say for example, I want to name a ship Amelia Hark-Light class cruiser or Amelia Brucator. As long as you have the name that you put or set as the ally at the front of the ship or whatever, or you can just box it in with brackets, it will count that ship as an ally, as seen as over there. If I get in the seat, it's green, and I have the first name as Amelia, the Redeemer. The name of the ship is the Redeemer, but it's under the tag, the ally tag, Amelia. Now, I want a foe to shoot at. So we're gonna go over here and walk to this ship. We're just going to slap a name tag on here, and we're gonna name this Rennie. Anything under the name Rennie will be considered an enemy, and you'll see the particle cannons is actually turning straight to me and I'm firing. Now I do have break blocks turned off because obviously I want to showcase the build getting shot at and not destroyed, which is a cool feature. I love that. But as you can see, now all of my turrets are firing at Rennie, and if I go to one of these lasers right here too and I toggle the ship, it will now be firing at the ship as well. So that is a neat little feature that exists. I think that broke a block. I think that broke blocks. That definitely did break blocks. That is why it stopped firing. Okay, so sometimes they just stop firing when they break blocks, which is totally fine. But now I do have a vertical launch system set up right here. If I press 2, I'll show you guys how to use that too as well. If I press 2, you'll see these little pods open up, and if I click while the 2 is active, if that made any sense, they will actually send out missiles, but I am not going to do that right now because that did run up my RAM and almost crashed my game. So maybe it's something I got in the world, or it's just a mod, still needs to be polished. I'm not going to fire these as of right now, but I will now get into the Redeemer and how to set up the flight control system. Okay, so first things first, you do want to go ahead and place the control seat and just slap it anywhere on the build. It doesn't matter anywhere. Go ahead and link it to the control seat by crouching and right clicking. Now it will register that as a proxy. So I'm going to take these little thrusters right here and I'm going to slap these in the back right here. that it used to be. It's like so. And then I want to take the linker, and I actually just want to crouch and right click every single thruster. Next, we're going to link the weapons. We're going to go ahead and link 1 and 2. I think I got it. There we go. 2. I think this rocket would work without it being bugging out. I hope. So now everything is set. But if we set in the seat, we'll notice no power, and it'll also say no fuel. It doesn't say that right now, but it'll say those two. Now, what do? Remember those fuel tanks and the battery that I showed you guys earlier? A medium battery and a medium fuel tank. One right here and one right here. And now I take this link and I just link the middle of the build where the tanks and the battery, which would be this block right here, not this block over here. There's actually no blocks over there, so don't get it mixed up. I'm gonna link it right there, and then the middle right here, same thing as over there. I'll link it right there. Now, how do we get power and fuel into the containers? So you'll notice when you open the mod, you'll see DT fuel, and also it doesn't matter what power source you use, it does use forge energy. So whatever means you have to get forge energy, go ahead. I recommend Mechanism, as this mod was kind of made for Mechanism as well, but I'm just going to use a creative power cell from 0 Point Labs. I do recommend 0 Point Labs, one of my favorite all-time Minecraft mods. Now the fuel does require a pump to be pumped into it, just like this. I'm just using a creative fuel tank, and I'm just putting fuel into it as right now. Oh, and you notice it just started floating. It literally just started floating, and that's indicating that it's, I mean, obviously working. Yeah, your controls should work now. It does have roll, yaw, pitch, all that stuff. Now I do have my opinions on this flight control. It is not as responsive per se. Maybe I just don't know how to set it up properly yet, because you can go to the back of the turrets or to the back of the thrusters and change the amount of force and thrust and all that stuff. However, I do think that Aeronautics Space War is a lot more, as of right now, a lot more responsive when it comes to small fighters, but is very bad, in my opinion, when it comes to bigger ships like those over here. So I do recommend, if you do want to use a flight control system for your bigger ships, I do recommend this mod, but for your smaller ships, I do recommend Aeronautics Space War. Now that's enough of that. Now you notice a whole lot of things right here, and I'm gonna go back to the bigger ship for the shields, because I do have the shield set up on that. Wow. You see a whole lot of other buttons. Anti-gravity, if I press G, I just turned that off and now I'm going down. Torque is basically your dampening, pretty much. So you see I'm just like spinning in the circle and I'm gradually spinning up, but if I press H, I slow down. So forward and backwards is a throttle feature. I gotta go in my keybinds, but it is, the default keybinds is tab to go forward, CC, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So how do we use the guns? So we're gonna go ahead and right click them, and I'm gonna set this to channel 1. And I'm gonna go over here, start here, I'm gonna set this to channel 2. I'm gonna give it some ammo, which I did forget to give. So I linked that, now it has ammo, now it's putting ammo into here, or the rockets, as you see. I'm gonna sit in here, and I need a foe to shoot at. Whoa. Okay, well, that did do exactly what I wanted it to, and it did crash my game. So yeah, as you see, oh, it didn't crash my game, but it ran up my RAM. I'm pretty sure what's going on. And I can't interact with anything right now. So I do have to leave and come back, but the rockets do work. Yeah, they do work. So I'm gonna be right back, and then I will fire the other gun. About to show you guys one more thing. If you press left alt, get to lock your mouse, and basically use your mouse to aim, fly, whatever you want. Right? It does work with flying as well, which is pretty dope. It is. Okay, well, I need to get a hang of flying. So, but yes, it does work like this. How do I slow down? Okay guys, low-key, it is 7 a.m. in the morning for me right now. The recording was too long, so I ended up cutting it up into 2 parts. And in the second video, I will show how to use the railgun, all the other weapons, the bigger guns, and how to launch your sub-level or your ship off of another ship. Anyways, I'm doing a Q&A video in the video after this one, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Holy shit, you're goated.